48 to Mike.
Better bring it. You better bring it.
Mahomes now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
36. Line 36. Come on, the ball.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
You ain't got nothing. Yellow.
Mike 48. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Yellow.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line. Check 53's Mike. Let's go. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Here we go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
You got time. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 54 in order. 53. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
To throw is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
After the interception, here's Jackson, and this is incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This pass into the arms of Snead. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes flush to his right. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. 9 catches, 105 yards for Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl, and he likely had the biggest play of the game, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. 44-yard catch on 3rd and 15. Usually you're trying to just find enough space to get over the sticks, right? Get a 16, 18-yard gain, which is difficult in and of itself. But 44 yards on 3rd and 15. San Francisco had contained him so well throughout the game, because you know what it's like with Tyreek Hill. When he catches the ball, you better surround him or he'll break a big one. Finally does it at the key point, and that starts the comeback for Kansas City. Paved the way for the first of 3 KC touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
First down, Kansas City.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. About 3 yards there to the 27. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl. 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards of total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now, in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns.
Wow.
So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces, and he actually won the battle between undrafted free agent running backs, because his total versus Raheem Mostert, who ran for, I believe, 58 yards and a touchdown for San Francisco, advantage Kansas City, advantage Damian Williams.
Now here's Mahomes, and he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Off the draw, here's Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On third and long, it's Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the second down throw on target. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Mike, 50, 53, Mike, got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check, 53's Mike.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He'll rifle this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
53, Mike.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Well, writing.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Easy. 4 down. Easy. Here we go. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
On first down, Breeze. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's second down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. On 2nd down, Ingram. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Draw play. Ingram now. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
You. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On the draw, this is Ingram. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
47's the mic. I'm scared. 47's the mic.
Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Check. Watch 54.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
Ready. Yellow lady. 36. I'm coming after you. Whoa. 36 to Mike. Up, here we go. Up. Hey, Delta. 36. Line 36. Watch twist.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Space to maneuver at the 40. Open man is Michael Thomas, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Yellow lady. Check three.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
12.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Hey, 36.
Brings up second and 7.
5.
They're 48 yards.
Line 36. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 20-yard line.
Check 48 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
Throwing on second and 8. Breeze. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Jared Cook, incomplete. Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
0-2.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 24-yard line.
Mike 5-4. I'm coming. Check 43.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Ingram. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Stop your whining. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at it, teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Hey, easy. Check 26, check 26.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now Breeze on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. I'm on. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Army.
Here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, #2. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Switch. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Crunch time, defense. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Let's get it together, D.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Don't get nervous.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Domata Peko, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To try again after the sack, Hill. And he's going to go down again. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
A loss of 1 yard on the sack. It's third down. 3rd and long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases and slowed him down in a big way.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you. But I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congrats.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Check, 40 seconds. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Breeze now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Ready. Kill. Get up,
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 5 now. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and 5.
Get him. 47 Mike. 47.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. Again has it complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
36. Line 36. Watch the screen.
Here's Kamara off the draw. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
You kill. 36 to 14. Get off the field. Line 36. Line 36. And what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Hey, Echo. 36 to Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Tonight.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. Airing it out deep for Smith. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9, Jackson over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ingram again, and an alley to run, and he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Breeze. He finds an opening past the 40. Well, this is caught by Gill. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll run on first down. Ingram. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
36 to Mike.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Now Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
You kill. 36 to Mike.
I got him.
Here we go.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.